wanna live like it's Mardi Gras and go dumb with my whole squad and don't need the R&R to regular life. I say au revoir. Hey, living life in the fast lane, million pain, only beat. So please come join me. One thing, good vibes only. I just tap, I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks, let's blow some down. Tonight I'm going stupid, doing things I've never done.
Hello everybody, I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Browns going up against the Jaguars. With that, let's head up the road to Jacksonville, Florida. Standing by are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
They'll run it again with Miller. nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
To throw is Wentz. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down, but they'll get it back. And now the starting defense for the Browns.
Eric Armstead was a big-time high school basketball player turned into college football All-American. Now they're counting on him in the NFL to fulfill his promise.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz to the left side here for Eifert. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion.
Hurry up, here we go! 3-19!
They'll try to run for it with Miller. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And that was a nice play by the defense, and it is tough to be an offensive lineman nowadays, especially if you're dealing with how the defensive tackles have evolved. Their quickness, their agility, their speed has changed the big guys in the middle, the center and the offensive guards. Formerly, they were just power players. Now they have to be light on their feet as well to keep up with the speed of the defensive players.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And there it was right in front of us. Today's NFL, these guys nowadays, they don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go now.
They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. It's a pickup of 21. And it'll give the Browns a 1st down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Shift together here from the D-line. Now McKinnon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. So it is 3rd down now, but less than a yard to go.
Good! All right, here we go.
Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
So it'll be first down here after the run.
Set! Green, 39!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Here we go now. Green, 39!
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. McKinnon. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. And time to take a look at the Jaguar defense.
Desmond Trufant has made a great reputation in a short amount of time in the NFL. A lockdown corner that most teams don't attempt to try.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Patrick Murray now for the Browns field goal.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off the drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
So what a let-off there. You figure that was an easy 3 points. Instead, it turns into nothing.
And from that close of range, if you start it left, your goose is cooked. And this thing, well, it never had a chance to straighten itself out.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But
when this ball's tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Toss. It's McKinnon. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They run once more with McKinnon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Toss play to McKinnon. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Three receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. A first down carry now for Miller. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive lineman and control him. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
Gets it to Gordon. A very solid gain of 27. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does where a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
On second down, here's Wentz. That's complete. It's Gordon. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
On first down, Wentz. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll give Miller another crack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. So they tried runs on first and goal and second and goal, got stonewalled. Now from here, they've got to throw, right?
I would think so, and I would think you also maybe want to come up with something different in terms of formation. Maybe spread things out a little bit. Even though you're down near the goal line where things are tight, get it spread out a little bit and try and find some room to operate.
Down at goal from the 8. Here's Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be fourth and goal. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
On the return, here's Dree Archer. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, Let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Here we go now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Complete. This is Lewis. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now the offense lining up first and 10.
All right, here we go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he's got room. Down the numbers. There he goes. The 40. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Archer, the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
All right, here we go.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. It's a gain of 21 that time. And the Browns are going to have a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
All right, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. He's got Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game.
And now a first down following that long gain. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, That's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Murray's kick is up and good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This one taken from the 7th. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Here's McKinnon. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One of the things that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer, making a play in space against the ball downfield, or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there? Making a nice tackle, holding it to a short gain.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down.
Let's go! 3-19!
Now back to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's caught by Parker. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down.
And that's understanding where the markers are because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the 1st down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the 1st down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
They'll come out in the pistol. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to be met at about the 43. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd.
Here we go.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage looks defensively. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Lamar Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think of run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
We talk all the time about how important it is to have leverage in blocking. It's also a big part of policing up gaps. Did you move someone out of the A gap? Did you move them out of the B gap in order to create space for your guy to run? In this case, all those gaps were shut down.
Yeah, the movement was defensive, and they got him for a loss.
Here we go now.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Now let's go. Blue, land it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. Cuts it out to the sideline. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 61 yards. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. And they're definitely showing blitz here. And And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's first and goal. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
They come out here in the I.
3-19.
Second and goal. Defense digging. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jay Prosh, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now look at this. No. Check. Patriots.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They run a draw here on second down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
The previous play was a nice run, so they came back with the draw. I think they were trying to fool the defense into thinking they would throw the ball and wanted to run it again. Unsuccessful, but this team is definitely showing they want to keep it on the ground.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Wentz on third down. And he's got Miller. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Braxton Miller, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Bailey now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Second down following the incompletion.
Hurry up. Here we go. Blue line it.
On play action, they'll throw. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Here again is McKinnon. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. Green.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Miller, the lone setback. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Now let's go. 3-19.
On 3rd down, Miller. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is Archer. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's something.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up second down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A dump down to McKinnon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now let's go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Patriot. Patriot.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Complete. This is Lewis. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. One receiver left, three to the right. Back to throw now on first down. This will be caught at the 2. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Over.
They come out here in the eye. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They gotta have 6 here. It's third and goal. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go. Blue landed.
They'll look to throw for them. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Clive Walford, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns get a score closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Miller, the lone setback. He'll get the football here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So we've got a 2nd and 5.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Jacksonville, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they will fall to 1-1. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.
We set the roof on fire. 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 We set the roof. We set the roof. We set the roof on fire. We set the roof. We set the roof. We set the roof on fire.
If I'm not mistaken, home team made it. 2 threes on my feet, then I pump fake. Baby girl, grab the crew. Kiss it. Sweat lead, Mr. Couldn't took it quicker. Hottest on the planet, got the place lit up. Fly, got expensive taste, sight and touch. We ain't on the same team. Cheer up. Bunch of that make sit up. I ain't come to blend in, boy, I stand out. Money talks, you just popping off at the mouth. If I'm the topic, then the conversation heated. Right shrimp, getting booked up in every city. Splash out with cash, had the spaz on the waiter. She messed up my order 3 times in a row. I'm good on gas, I just filled up my tank. Now let's fill up her head and let's see if she goes.
We set the roof on fire. 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 We set the roof. We set the roof. We set the roof on fire. We set the roof. We set the roof. We set the roof on fire.
So bad, swimming in my bed. Off with that, off with that. Young Slim, get it in my infrared. Come and hit the rain, I just lit the gas. Young wild winning, living fast. Stash your money in a brown paper bag. We set the roof on fire, then we flood it out. We just threw the money up, we ain't even count. Shake it. It in my speeder, girl, I'm nothing, messing up my speech. I'm $1 million player, baby, nothing's at my reach. I'm $1 million, like I hit the lottery. Splash her with cash, had the spaz on the waitress. She messed up my order 3 times in a row. I'm good on gas, I just filled up my tank. Now let's fill up her head and let's see if she goes.
We set the roof on fire. 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 We set the roof on fire.